This is always amazing. Do you know why? Because it's Iowa-Tennessee connection time. Black screen right there, but that's where he's hiding. I know he was there just a couple of seconds ago. Look at that do going on today. Ooh, man. You know, every day it's like something new with you, brother. Look at that. You just made it better.
It's a new do.
It's what is that, like feather duster? I mean, what is that today?
It's a thigh brusher.
Well, hey, you know, everybody should have a thigh brusher.
Yeah. You've got like the little runaway wave thing going on today.
I do. I got kind of like an Elvis in the wind thing going on today. Yeah. Look at this.
I just thought of it. How's it going, Darren?
It's going. I'm trying to fix my hair now. It's not doing what it should be doing. Look at this. See, I'm trying to look at in this video camera, and it's backwards, so it's throwing me off.
That's what I've said. Like if I'm grabbing this side, it should be this side.
Yeah, it should be like that. There we go. But that still didn't fix it. Look at you and I. You got a Brillo pad for hair, and I've got straw, and we're sitting here trying to fix it, and it's not working. So anyway.
Well, I figure we put the two together, we could probably clean anything.
Well, duh. Don't you think that's what we should do? Just kind of hire ourselves out, head cleaners?
Yeah, the head cleaners.
The head cleaners.
The head cleaners. Yeah, Darren Denim, the head cleaners.
It's like a new band, man. The head cleaners. Let's do it. Hey, you remember the day when there actually was head cleaners for your cassette tapes and things like that, your 8-tracks?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? You had to
no, I actually don't.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't remember it. Nope.
There were you know what cassettes look like, and of course 8-tracks look like.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember the 8-tracks. That was before my time.
Oh, good night. You're not that much younger than I am.
I don't remember 8-tracks.
How do you not remember 8-tracks?
Well, just they were never around. The first thing I remember was the records. You know, the big records.
Okay, well the records have been around since like 1920, so that's nothing new.
We just never had an 8-track player in any of my trucks or any of the farmhouse that I lived in forever.
See, my father had, well, and my brothers too, they had 8-track players in their cars. And my dad had, 8-tracks were huge. You take your cell phone, and an 8-track was probably twice as wide and probably twice as wide this way. And that's what an 8-track was.
How many tracks did it have?
The case was so big. I mean, the case literally took up a seat in the car. Because you gotta have your 8-track somewhere, right? So Dad had this 8-track case that was filled with country music, all country music.
How many tracks were on it? Well,
they had channels. They always had 4 channels on an 8-track player, and there was probably four songs on each channel. So probably 15, 16 songs. I remember in my opinion, the best soundtrack of all time. And people can argue and say, well, Saturday Night Fever is the best. And yes, I love that one too. Or Grease. Yeah, that's a great one too. To me, the best soundtrack of all time is the Urban Cowboy soundtrack. And I remember jumping in my brother's car, pretty much running his battery down, listening to the Urban Cowboy soundtrack on 8-track in his car.
Was that Looking for Love? Was that on that one too?
You know it, man. You know it.
Yeah.
Looking for Love, Stand By Me by Mickey Gilley.
Oh, yeah.
Lion Eyes by the Eagles was on there. There's so many hits that came off that. Can I Have This Dance by Anne Murray?
I mean, there's one Canadian you can still find on Spotify.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, she's one of the few. Gordon Lightfoot, my man, you can still find him too.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's great.
Speaking of great music like that, dude, today is the day the music died.
I saw that. 63 years it's been.
Yes, 1959. And now you may not have known this. Many people even around here don't realize this, but that happened, of course, February 3rd, 1959. January 30th of 1959, just a few days before their plane crash, they actually played right here in Fort Dodge at our Larimar Ballroom on their winter dance party. And if you get on my Facebook page, I posted pictures of Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, at our Larimar Ballroom 3 days before they died. And actually, Buddy Holly is playing right in front of our KWMT banner, our station KWMT.
Seriously?
Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool. And of course, Waylon Jennings was Buddy Holly's guitar player. So I posted a picture. I posted a picture of Waylon on stage as well, who he didn't have the beard then, so he looked very, very young. But yeah, check that out, man. It's on my Facebook today.
I can't wait to check it out. That's just crazy, a sad story. But I didn't know they played Fort Dodge a couple days before.
3 days before. Yep, Friday night, January 30th, Laramar Ballroom, Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Now, is the ballroom still there?
Ballroom's still here. Just a couple of weeks. It's not used very much, if at all. It's just a few blocks from our studios. You've been to our studios, just a few blocks away. Next time you're in town, I'll take you down to the Laramar, because the Laramar's a lot like the Surf in the sense that there's a lot of legends that played at the Laramar.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
Cool.
Can I wear my new sweatshirt in there?
Oh, did you get your Stumpy sweatshirt? He told me he mailed you.
I did.
One.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that. Stumpy's Snow and Mow right there.
Wow. You mean Stempy?
He's got a hood. He's got a hood. You know what? I thought of an idea for Stumpy.
Well, tell me, what is the idea for Stempy? See, I'm calling him Stempy from now on because he posted on Facebook today that you and I were going to be on. And you would think after like 30 years of knowing this guy, he'd know how to spell my name. But no, he didn't. So that's okay. He's Stempy to me from now on. By the way, he spelled Joe with a G. So,
he did?
He must have just gotten done with coloring books or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't believe that Stumpy has never come up with a concept like this. Now, Stumpy, I'm going to let you know on something. Is it snowing up there right now?
No, but it's minus 25 wind chill.
Okay. Next time it snows, I think that Stumpy should have a thing called Help Shovel Stumpy's Asphalt. And he can give like free snow shoveling lessons in his driveway.
You're right. That's something he could do.
I'm sure he has all the technology and the terminology of, the scoop and throw versus like the push and shove,
Right.
He can just get people out. He just give free snow plowing lessons and, get people to come over and do that for him. And before you know it, his asphalt would be clean as a whistle. Dude,
I'm going to send you a video when we get done of him. He was actually giving lessons to a kid and with a snowblower. And I'm going to send you that video and show you how that worked out. Okay.
Yeah, this is a comfortable sweatshirt. It really is.
Well, good for you. I got my Stumpy, my Stump Snow and Mow I wore last week, because I had to cry about that one when I got it. But
why'd you have to cry about it? These are nice.
Because you got yours, and it's like, okay, what is this one leaving me out, man? It's like I have to beg for stuff from these people. I don't get it. But whatever.
Don't they know that if it wasn't for you, they'd never. I wouldn't be wearing this Stumpy shirt.
No, apparently they don't know that if it wasn't for me and your and I's connection, that there would be no Stumpy connection. There would be no Todd. There would be no Dave. There'd be no Tracy. There'd be none of that.
But
that's okay.
I'm putting this all together. I'm kind of like the Surf ballroom, and you're like the Lamar ballroom.
Laramar.
That's what I said. And you can't have one without the other. It's like,
dude, you're talking about a couple of places that have kind of a sad history when you're talking about today anyway. Now,
look at us.
Laramar didn't, but hey, speaking of the Surf, you and I both on stage at the Surf. Remember when I introduced you and Diffie and Jared Neiman up there?
That was I think it was right around the time the day the music died, because we played a big port and everyone sang and cried. It was great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. That was probably in my broadcasting career, all the things that I've emceed and all the times that I've been on stage for various reasons, that was probably the most surreal time I've ever had that experience. Because as I was walking out to introduce you first, it hit me. All the legends that have played on that stage that I'm standing on. And that this was the last place that Buddy Holly and Richie Valens and the Big Bopper played. And it's like, wow, this is just, ooh. So I had to stop for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, you could feel it. You could feel it. That's the thing about those old stages, man, and those old theaters. It's like you can feel that. And then you got to think to yourself, I was thinking to myself, I wonder what the next stage those three guys played on was, You were
thinking, yeah, that's a good thought, though. In that sense. But you were thinking Boy, I'm going to cancel that plane flight out of here after tonight.
Okay, no
we're
flights
taking the
out of
bus.
Mason City.
We are taking the bus. That's the way it goes.
Mhm.
Hey, man, last week. Now, this is one of the few times that you and I know what we're going to talk about here on our Iowa-Tennessee Connection. Last week, we left off. We were talking about concerts because we got talking about Neil Young and his whole fiasco and, the whole works with him. He's such a superstar. And here's the thing. Just before we let that one go back to Neil Young has been a thorn in a lot of sides for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Because go back to Sweet Home Alabama. They call him out in the song Sweet Home Alabama. That was 1974.
I just found it funny that a Canadian would come here and just complain about every state. He has Ohio, he has Alabama. He just rips on the. It'd be like me going to Canada and writing a song called "Winnipeg Sucks." It's like, why? Why would you do that?
Because he's Neil Young.
I mean, I love his music. I've seen his shows. I love what he does. I get annoyed with some of his stuff, but honestly, dude, I sit and play After the Gold Rush on the piano. I know every Neil Young song ever written. And, I guess it's his obligation to voice his opinion through his music, whether you agree with it or not. He's, super talented. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Linda Ronstadt.
It's very true. That is very true.
Or the Eagles.
Right. The Eagles that fly like a beagle. Right. Those guys.
Yeah. Fly like a beagle. Yeah. I do like Neil Young. I just think he's a nut job. I think that, he's, snorted half a Peru up his nose and that kind of wrecked his thinking, but whatever, Neil, go for it.
I'm going to go the opposite direction. I have never been a Neil Young fan. To me, he's got the, and I don't take away from Bob Dylan's songwriting ability when I say this, but to me, he's got the vocal presence of Bob Dylan. It's annoying. Yep. I don't like listening to him. I don't like listening to his songs. I know you as a harmonica player and a guitar player, you probably love that aspect of him.
Because it's easy to play that.
Well, what is it, one note? I mean, but I've never been a Neil Young fan. I mean, again, he gets called out by Skinner on Sweet Home Alabama. He gets booted from Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I mean, the guy continues just to prove his idiocracy. And I'm talking from a music end. He's talented. Yeah. I don't think he could sing to save his life, which has always been amazing to me how his music has been as successful as it has been. I look at people that I know on a local level, and I'm sure you can say the same thing, that are loaded with talent, and yet they can't get that big break. And then you got somebody like Neil Young, who I don't think could sing. I don't think the guy could sing Happy Birthday and make you feel it. And yet the guy has got national success for decades.
Lot there. I think that half of it is, you got to wear a flannel shirt, and you got to use words that just make no sense. It's like, I don't know. I'll write you a Neil Young song how I think Neil would write a song today, but I can't get my head around the fact of, hey, I'm mad at everybody, so I'm going to take all my music away. Why would you? If nothing else, put more music out. Why would you take away from the listeners? I don't get that.
Because of Neil Young.
Neil, but at this point, he's Neil old.
Right. Right. I agree completely. Let's talk about what we were going to talk about last week, though. You and I got talking about favorite concert, the best concert we'd ever been to. Not one that you performed in, not one that I've been a part of in any way. What is the best concert you've ever been to?
As a spectator, nothing to do with anything.
Correct.
I was blown away by the Scorpions after Deep Purple and Ronnie James Dio opened. Scorpions were amazing. I wasn't expecting them to be that good.
Seriously.
That's one of the top. But if it wasn't that, I would say Van Halen with Sammy Hagar, the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour.
Right.
That was pretty insane. I was just stood there and watched the whole thing go down. I was just like, whoa, that was amazing. Collective Soul was the opening act on that deal.
Wow. See, I saw
Randy Travis, Collective Soul, and Van Halen opened on the same. I'm kidding, he didn't. Randy didn't open.
I was going to say, wow, that's quite the combo.
Yeah. Woo.
I saw Van Halen's OU 812 tour, and of course, I'm one who I believe that, and this is my personal opinion, and other Van Halen fans are going to disagree, and that's okay. My personal opinion, I think they were much better with Sammy Hagar than they were with David Lee Roth. I think their songs and their music was better. I just think the whole chemistry was better. But I saw their OU 812 tour, and it was fantastic. And that was right before their For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge tour.
So that was David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth.
No, David Lee Roth that was Sammy Hagar.
OU 812.
That was Sammy Hagar.
Okay, wow. I got it.
And then if people want to do the letter math for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, that album of theirs, go ahead and do the letter math on that one.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I get in trouble for everything, but yeah, spell that out, kids. Spell that one out with crayon.
And make sure you capitalize for, and then unlawful, and then carnal, and then knowledge. Capitalize each word, and then you'll see exactly what we're talking about and why Van Halen did what they did with that album. There you go.
Love it.
There you go. I do too. And I will say that Eddie Van Halen is one of the greatest guitarists that ever picked up a six string. The guy was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's neat as all get out. I saw a couple of interviews with him where he gave a ton of credit to his wanting to be a guitarist and his wanting to pour himself into it as much to Glenn Campbell, who was an incredible guitarist. And I think that's neat that he would do that. I mean, two entirely different genres of music, but he said Glenn Campbell was just such a huge inspiration to him.
Heck yeah! So that's my favorite concert. Your favorite concert was the which one? The OU 812?
No. That isn't the best concert I've ever been to. That was great. Don't get me wrong, that was great. But no, the best concert I've ever been to is probably Billy Joel with Elton John together on the same stage. I mean, that was just that. And I'm such a huge Billy Joel fan, and I love Elton John too. I got to say, I think he's incredible talent. I mean, obviously. And but I've been a Billy Joel fan since I was a little kid. If you ask my siblings, they'll tell you I used to sit around and just play Billy Joel's records. And when a new one came out, I had to go earn $2 because that's what an album cost back then, just to go buy the new one. Like when Glass Houses came out and Turnstiles came out, on down the line, the Iron Curtain. I mean, the whole works. I mean, yeah, I'm out there earning $2 snipping grass, just trying to, because I'm going to go buy Billy Joel's album. So I would say Billy Joel with Elton John is one. Another one, like I mentioned last week when I saw the Eagles, they were just phenomenal. I mean, because that's when Glenn Frey was still alive. And it was all of them. And it was just phenomenal. Another one,
Billy.
While we're talking about one more, Jimmy Buffett was one of the best ones I've ever seen too.
Yeah. See, they're also good. I've seen Billy at Madison Square Garden. That was amazing. Jimmy just it takes it back to what you said about the Surf Ballroom. It's the energy of those shows, It is. It's the energy that they possess, and Jimmy knows how to. And again, like Neil, Jimmy's not a great singer, but Billy's not a great singer if you think about it.
No, I mean, not over the top.
But they just create that amazing energy. You just can't. I mean, it's like they're best in the world.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, the flip side of that, what's the worst concert you've ever been to?
I was at this place called Stumpy's Bar and Grill one time.
Yes.
I'll tell you one of the worst. Let's back out. Let's talk about the concert that I actually walked out of. Was a Sheryl Crow concert. I walked out of a Sheryl Crow concert.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
What did she do?
It was me and about 15,000 other people just got up and left at the same time at the Starwood Amphitheater in Nashville. It was a shed show, and John Mayer was just coming out and hitting the scene. It's just she had John Mayer opening for her, and he was amazing. And so many people were leaving. She actually called John Mayer back out on stage as we were all leaving to get some people to stay.
Try and salvage.
Yeah. She was trying to salvage a really bad train wreck, and he came back out, but he finally just walked off stage too. She was having trouble singing, and then she decided to get all political in front of a crowd that came to see her sing, and she took off on some big rant, and everybody's like, "Yeah, not so much." You can't do that. So yeah, Sheryl Crow is probably. I've met her, I like her, but yeah, that was when I got up and said, "Okay, I'm going to put down my $32 drink and just leave."
Wow, Sheryl Crow. That was a bad one.
True story.
I would say the worst one for me. I was sitting in the audience of Saturday Night Live one time, and Sinead O'Connor took this picture, and
And she had a picture of Mr. Clean, and she started
ripping it. No, I have never seen Sinead O'Connor. I wouldn't waste a nickel on that one. Probably the worst one I've ever seen. Wow, there's been a couple of bad ones. I like this guy's music, but Bryan Adams wasn't the best.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now keep in mind, this was clear back in the '80s, back in the whole summer of '69 days. I mean, this is like 1985.
Yeah.
And you would think his performance would have been better. It just really wasn't that great. I mean, it was. I didn't get up and walk out like you. I wasn't a jerk like you were, but I sat there through. I sat there through the whole thing.
I have no problem leaving. I'm just telling you that. Which brings me to another idea. We got to talk about Valentine's Day at some point.
Yeah, we do, man. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Let's just do that. We got some comments. We got a bunch of comments that we were going to get to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Hit the Well, we got to talk about next week. What is next week? Is next week it's not Valentine's Day yet, right?
No, we can talk about Valentine's Day next week because it'll only be the 10th.
All right, so let's just be thinking about Valentine's Day, and all we got to do is tease this with, if you don't want to dump your ex or your soon-to-be ex, let's just say it's kind of rough. I think that I can do it for you. So if you have somebody you want to break up with or dump, you need to call Denim, and we'll do a thing called Denim Dump. And I know what you're thinking, but I'm just saying I'm here to help for Valentine's Day.
So you're finally utilizing that special talent you have. I've seen Joe.
Yeah.
I have seen Joe at many performances, as he and I have walked through many crowds, break up many relationships. And
yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying I'm here to help. If you want a saucy, kind, loving message for your lover, probably not the guy. Call Bryan Adams. But
right.
Or
Sheryl Crow.
You're trying to. Yeah, or Cheryl. But if you need help getting over somebody, I think I could be your guy. So hit us. We'll talk about it next week.
Oh, I can't wait. Denim Dump.
Denim Dump. Look at us planning ahead on content.
What is the deal? 2 weeks in a row, man. We're going to ruin our image of this entire gig. What is going on here?
We'll still train wreck it.
Let's hit some comments. There's Stampy.
Yeah.
Nice hoodie.
Yeah.
Somebody must have spelled that for him because he got both spellings correctly. Jody says, "Good morning, boys." Hey, by the way, Jody's birthday today. Happy birthday, Jody.
Happy birthday.
Have a great day on your very, very special day. Enjoy it. Happy birthday to you, Jody. Very much so. I know Jody's a great listener, faithful listener, and today's her birthday. Cadence, good Lord, Joe, you could have at least done your hair before you got out with Darren. Hey.
Candace she's always kicking my A, isn't she? You know what, Candace, you should get out there and take one of Stumpy's snow plowing classes and help him shovel some snow.
You know what? Before we move on to comments, I'm going to send, before I forget, I am going to send you this video of Stumpy teaching a young man how to run a snowplow. And if you get a second there, you can check it out. And okay, there you go. Should be on its way to you now, man.
Okay, I'll check it out after. I will. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll hit you back. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude, hit me back because this is the same guy that you're encouraging to give lessons. But
okay.
Hey, but he's had a successful career doing this for 30 plus years now. So
dude, he's got amazing sweatshirts. Obviously, he's doing something right.
Right. Stump Snow and sweatshirt. That's right.
I'll do my hair next time, Candace. Sorry, I'll do it. I'll take more time for you. What else we got?
Giving you grief, man. Randy says, "Good morning, Darren and Joe." Good morning to you, Randy. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Randy.
Melody, I went to Clear Lake last summer and visited the crash site. That's incredible. Hey, man, next time you come to the area, if it's nice out, I know you were at the surf, of course, a couple of times, but I don't think you've been to the crash site, have you?
We went out there one time with the sheriff, I thought.
Oh, did you? Okay. So you've seen it. You got to walk about a quarter mile into the field.
Yeah, but you got to go in the winter when it's like, you can't go in the summer. You got to go like in the winter when it's like wintertime.
It's the best time to go, because then you're getting the experience of what it was actually like for them on February 3rd, 1959. Snow on the ground, the whole works, Yeah, that crash site is really, really cool. I highly encourage people. If you've not been to the crash site of Buddy Holly and Richie Valens, JP Richardson, and a lot of times we forget the pilot, Roger Peterson. He lost his life in that crash too. Definitely check it out. It is really neat to see, and it just kind of has that inspiration. Snow and throw, Jody said.
There you go.
There
That
you go.
That could be the wintertime Denim Fest, snow and throw.
Snow and throw.
We can get Kid Rock anyway. Keep going. All right, here we go. Good morning.
Kid Rock. Joe says, good morning. Morning, Joe. What's going on there, young man? Joseph? Stumpy, I love you, Darren. Your burger is getting very popular. Of course it is, because it's delicious. I had one of those last week. I had one of those.
Craving
I had a morning train. Did you? Are you?
Yeah. What
Stumpy
is this
told
saying?
me. Stumpy told me last week when I was talking to him. I was in there, and he said that he's had a couple of people order the Joe Denim pizza without the green olives, and it's like, well, that's just an all meat pizza, then, man.
I get it. I mean, sometimes it's okay. Maybe they should take like a COVID test because apparently they have no taste. Okay, that might be a little different.
I have no idea what that is. None. So
I think that's Stumpy. I think that's Stumpy trying to tell you.
That is Stumpy. That's him. Yeah, that's his original message. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There's Adam. Neil Young hasn't been the same since he married that mermaid.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you tell him, Adam. I wonder if Adam's I wonder if he's photographed Neil Young. He's photographed everybody else.
That's a good question, Adam. Have you ever photographed Neil Young?
Jody says you and Joe can sing "Happy Birthday."
Nope. We can sing it like Neil. We can sing it. I mean, here's the deal, Jody. I mean, I know it's your birthday, and I've had a problem with birthdays. I got to think, we really had nothing to do with our birthdays,
Oh.
Maybe we should congratulate the parents for 9 months ago today, Jody. You know what I mean? It's like,
dude,
I don't know.
You and I have been hanging out too much because I have a very, very warped theory on birthdays. Now, I always made a big deal out of my kids growing up. I do the same thing with my grandkids, right?
Well, yeah.
But when it comes to my birthday, I don't make it a big deal. I don't publicly tell people it's my birthday. Nothing. And here's my theory behind that. First off, what makes it so special? Find me somebody that has walked this earth that has not had a birthday. So why is mine so special? Second off, I did nothing. I did nothing that day. Okay, my mother actually almost died giving birth to me. I did nothing. Why are you recognizing me? Recognize my mother.
I'm just saying. I just not a. Yeah, we'll come back to that, Jody.
We'll revisit that topic.
Yeah, it can get weird real fast. But thank you. Happy birthday, Jody. And Collective Soul, heck yes. Great.
There you go. Collective Soul. Cadence goes back. Carter is here at the radio station because of a 2-hour delay. He just walked by and saw Joe on my screen. He says, ugh, that's the weirdo that threw candy at me and wanted me to hold his red beer, Bloody Mary, while we were in the parade. Sighs while we were shaking his head and walks away. Way to go, Carter. Way to go, man.
It took him about 2 city blocks to figure out who was pelting him in the back of the head with Big League Chew, I think. Yeah, old Carter.
Oh, crap, Carter, way to remember the memory, man. That's awesome. That's way awesome. Billy says, morning, guys, stay warm. Hey, you too, Billy. It's doggone cold out there. It's what I call stupid cold. John, Scorpions were the best, loudest band I've ever seen back in the 80s, and 8 tracks took up a lot of space in your car. Yes, they did, didn't they, John?
Yep.
Yes, they absolutely did. Adam, worst concert I've ever seen, Flock of Seagulls. Come on, Adam, the hair alone would be worth it. They played all 4 of their commercial hits in a row, then played them again in reverse. The lead singer said in the middle of the 8 songs that you deserve to hear them twice. Nice. You're welcome, Jody. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday. Randy also says happy birthday to Jody.
Oh, yeah.
Cadence, I work for Stumpy at the bar. That's enough. Plus, I have to work with Darren. You should honestly feel sorry for me and send me one of your hoodies. Okay. Hey, A1, cheating because I helped make it happen, but Joe Denim played with Ed Roland of Collective Soul was pretty amazing. Did you really? I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, I have a funny story. I'll tell. Do we have time for a quick funny Ed Roland Collective
Lay it
Soul
on
story?
us, man. Lay it on us.
So we had a huge band. I was band leader. I was the Paul Schaefer to this band at the War Memorial here in Nashville, and we had a show. Me and Stormy Warren, and we would have the lead singers come in. We had the band, so the bands couldn't bring the bands. It was just the lead singers, right? So Ed Roland comes in from Collective Soul, and he is very nervous. He walks over to me, and he says, "I just want you to know I've not played with my band in 25 years. I've never ever done this." I'm like, "Oh." He looks at me. He said, as we're getting ready to sound check, he said, "Are these guys any good?" And I said, "Actually, bro, I just met everyone at the Guitar Center. They seem like nice guys." I said, "I think this will be okay." He's like, "All right, what?" And he didn't get my humor. So, and it was one of the best bands on the planet. I mean, it was, Kenny Chesney's drummer. It was George Strait's backup singer. It was Toby Keith's it was just, everybody was amazing. And they were so excited to play rock music versus country, right? So everybody just learned their parts better than the record. And I had a couple studio guitar players there. And I mean, B3P, it was great. It's like a 7-piece band. And Ed fires into the first song. And I think it was Shine. And we get about halfway through it, and he stops the band, turns around, looks at me, and he's like, stops the band. So I'm like, oh, crap. Ed's going to tell us that he, what I know what's going to tell us. And he stops the band, gets out his cell phone, puts it on speakerphone, calls his band leader from Atlanta and says, "Listen, I need you guys to drive to Nashville. I want you guys to see how these songs are supposed to be played."
Ooh, wow.
And for that show, Collective Soul sat in like the front 2 rows and watched us play their music. It was amazing.
Wow, that is incredible. What a compliment.
Yeah, it was so great. Ed's so great, and yeah, he was awesome. Yeah. Lady A's right. He was fantastic. That might have been the best show ever in the world.
Wow, kudos to you, Paul Schaefer.
Yeah, thank you. I've got better hair. Kind of.
Yeah, you didn't shave your head though for it, though, did you?
No. not that one.
Randy says
Go ahead. What?
Randy says,
what did Cinderella say when she got to the surf ballroom? Okay, go ahead. Randy says what?
Thank goodness for Nair. Doing fantastic since you guys are live. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate that. Adam says, no, I've been denied 4 times. That's because, it's Neil Young. That's why, Adam. It's not you. Drake, good morning, man. It's colder than a well digger's A double outside today.
A double.
I don't know
what
A
that
double.
means. A double. What's A double?
A double. Double A?
It's colder than a double A batter. I'm not sure what he means. Anyway, cool. Good to see you, Drake.
I think you left off a letter. Should be A double.
Colder than a double A. Okay.
Shooting Collective Soul in the Circle of Summer. Joe and our friend Tim Mower are now CS Guitar Tech.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Love Tim.
See, I told you he left off the S. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Next week, we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. The denim dump.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
it's going to be fun. And I want to tell all of our people that follow us every week, don't get used to us planning out what we're going to talk about, because this is just a rare occasion that's happened twice in a row now. Right?
It's 2 in a row. Yeah.
I love that sound. I love that sound, man. That was awesome.
That was me getting rid of my notes. I am saying no more to notes and planning with Darren.
From now outlawed. Stay warm, brother. I know down south you are, but stay warm and have a great week. We'll talk with you next week. Next week, again, we're going to talk Valentine's Day. We're going to talk the big game, because that'll be that Sunday as well. So,
big game. Oh, yeah, the Bengals, man. I wanted to be a kicker as a kid. I'll tell you about that next week.
Yeah, for the Bengals, because you're from Ohio. How cool is that?
Wow, man. I tell you what. Yeah.
So we'll talk about those 2 things next week. What's that, bud?
I think that's great. Rock on. I'm going to get to my day. You get to your day, and I'll go do my hair.
Check out that Stumpy training video I sent you too, and hit me back.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'll see you later, buddy.
See you, buddy.
That is our buddy Joe Denim. That's right, Iowa Tennessee connection. Yes, every week I got to come down from that one. Anyway, next week, as we said, we're going to talk about the denim dump for Valentine's Day. We'll talk about the big game as well, and lots of fun. Hey, we're going to roll into the 9 o'clock hour. You know what to do. Stay right here on the best ride of the day, the morning train, only on K97.